Hi there, welcome back to the Morning Rant, the show in which I, Alex Racuglia, a TV commercial director, talk about my life as a software developer while I telecommute from my home to the office. I missed some deadline. I missed some Mondays in which should have talked about my life as a TV commercial director and software developer while I telecommute from my home to the office. It's a tough time. It's a tough period, and I'm tired. And if someone of you is asking where the heck is this content AI, well, it was a bit of a roller coaster in the last weeks. It's finishing. I'm adding the final touches and fixing the final bugs. That's a lie because there's always another bug. The problem with the bugs is that the people, the users find them and not the developer. So even if I'm the most eager user of this app, I'm the most advanced user, I'm the one which uses the app most, I think that someone else will find some new way to interact with this software and will break it miserably. But I think that this Content AI is an app that I always told you it's a version 3.0 of someone that never existed before, because it started with something big like this, and then it grew with something like a version 2.0, 10 times more complex. And then now it's version 3.0, and it's another 10 times more complex. So it's a very, very, very complex app. And it started with a very simple core. So adding features, adding functionalities, added complexity on a well-structured but not so super well-structured code base. I had to face a lot of problems with interaction with the Swift data. If there's some developer watching me in this moment, please don't use Swift data. Use Core Data, use Realm, use whatever you want, but don't use Swift data. It has so much limitations that I don't say that it's not ready for prime time, because I'm using it and the app is working and performance are not so bad. But you have to face so many limitations, most of them concerning multi-threaded environment or concurrency, structured concurrency, or not so structured concurrency. We have to do a lot of efforts to make this work the way people suppose an app works. And the final thing that I want to add is that this app should not be meant as a replacement for Spotlight. You know, Spotlight, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work on Macintosh. You know, you type something and usually you get the results immediately. And sometimes that doesn't happen and you don't know why. I know that. I know why it doesn't work, because working with databases in a real-time environment, it's very, very tough. It's very, very difficult. And sometimes the app hangs. The Spotlight search feature in Finder hangs. And that's what I'm aiming to make better in my app. But my app is not a replacement for Spotlight. Spotlight searches stuff in a different way, using different parameters, using a different philosophy. I developed this app with the project manager philosophy. You know, if you're a video maker like me, you manage projects. It means that you have folders inside folders inside folders, structured in a very precise way, and you have a lot of data and a lot of media. Talking about audio, video, images. And so trying to find a meaningful way of navigate through this media in a sense that can be useful for project managers, well, that's the goal of my app. I started this app as a replacement for a disk catalog maker, okay? It's an app that scans all the disk and then catalogs all the URLs for all the files. That's it, the path of all the files. Then if you search for something, it finds all the files that have this particular word inside the path. My app does that, and it's the base of the app, but it allows you to search through metadata, media metadata. And this is the most powerful thing, because you can search for a tree with a red color, a video shoot in 2013, and you will find all the videos with a tree with a dominant red color, which creation or modification date is in the year 2013. This is strong, this is powerful. If you want to search something, you know you have somewhere in your hundreds of external drives. This is the goal of this app. It doesn't want to replace something that is already existing. I cannot face Apple because Apple is huge, is enormous. They have so many resources I can only dream of. So it's a particular strange way of doing stuff. But the most important thing is that this app collects a lot of data, and now it allows you to read this data later. But when you have this strong and powerful database underneath, then future versions of this app will allow you to write data, write metadata, select all the stuff in a folder and say, this is project X, and then you can add tags to this project, or do other kind of searches, or say, okay, find me all the images with an ocean and a beach and a boat, and then copy all these images to this new folder. So you can have a lot of stuff collected through the years to produce montage videos. That's cool. Or, I remember this song with the piano and the orchestra with the jazzy style. And then you can search piano, orchestra, jazz. Boom, you can find all the music with this. And listen to the preview, even if the audio file is on a drive that is not connected to your computer. This is the strength of this app. But it's an app that asks the user to be trained a little, because scanning of an hard drive takes something like minutes. If you scan your own hard disk, then it can take 10-20 minutes, because there are a lot of files. But for external drives, an external 1 terabyte drive is scanned in 1 minute, 2 minutes. And then it takes a lot to acquire the media. But once the media is acquired, that's it. You don't need to acquire it again. And you have this huge catalog of stuff that you collected through the years, and you can use it to produce new content. It's an app focused to content creators, like me. Even if it seems so unlikely, I'm a content creator. I create content for me and for my clients. I'm a TV commercial director, I'm a video maker, I'm a producer, I'm an editor. That's what I do. And I create and I collect tons of media to do this. If you collect media through the years, through 15 years of work, that's the stuff that I'm cataloging right now, all the things, every single image, audio, and video you collected can be used in the future for other projects, because it's not lost. You can easily find it. It's like you have something like Storyblocks or Get Images or Pond5 with your own content. This is the goal of this app. I think that a future version of this app can make you transcribe audio files, so you can search through keywords in audio files. Let's say an interview with someone, you can search for the keywords. Stuff that you can do with artificial intelligence is limited only by the energy consumption, the time consumption, and the resources. So let's say that you want to do something like this for a 30-minute audio file. With the lightest model I can think about, it can take something like 5 minutes, 3 minutes to get scanned, okay? It means that acquiring a media doesn't take 1 or 2 seconds, but minutes. It can be very, very, very huge, usually time consuming. But I think this is the future. And while the people is thinking about, Microsoft is scanning my desktop, doing screenshots, and then using artificial intelligence on device to catalog all this stuff, it's a privacy violation. I think this is true. I think this is creepy. But if you do on purpose, only on the files that you choose to scan, well, maybe this is a creation of knowledge on things that you have. And if you have knowledge and if you have structure, you can do search, you can do analysis, and you create new contents based on other contents. And this is not a generative AI. This is not something like generate me an image with this, generate me a video with this, generate me a text with this. This is a creation of content. This is an help of content creation based on other content. And I think this is something that we as content creators do, using knowledge, using content to create new content. And in this transformation, you create value. This is the goal of my app. This is the path of the future of my app. And so please cross your finger with me so that I can launch this app in some weeks and not in some months. Thanks for watching me. Let me know what you think in the comments below with this video. because I'm quite curious about your opinions. And if you like this video, please click on the thumbs up. And if you like me or this kind of content, subscribe to this channel and click on the bell to be notified when a new video is out. If you don't do this, no problem. I know that I am not the typical or stereotypical YouTuber, so I do this to train myself and doing stuff like living. Thanks for watching me, and as always, ciao.